It's a Friday. So what's up YouTube? What's up everybody? What's up family? This is Eugene from Kenya. Yet another day to talk about things related to African and African American. So first of all, I'd like to appreciate anyone who has supported me through this journey. And guys, thank you for your super thanks. Thank you for your support and everyone who supports this channel. So it is a small channel, it's growing, and I highly appreciate any type of support that you guys are giving me, and you are the reason as to why I keep on moving. So on today's topic is I'm going to talk about the fallacies that Africans normally have about the United States, because you see, most of people believe that when you leave Africa and you go to the United States or Canada or any other European country, that you are going to be rich. And most of people always believe that Black Americans or African Americans are rich, and this mentality is so wrong. And so this video is going to correct some fallacies or some misbeliefs or some misconceptions that Africans normally have about people in the United States, and they have those millions of money. Most of Black Americans have those, posh cars. So this video is going to correct that, and I want you to watch this video, and I have something nice to talk about. My analysis as an African and African person, African child, African graduate, any person. Kindly, this video is for you and any other person in the United States who might also share what is thinking about this topic. This topic is for you. So let's watch the video and learn from our brother, and then I'll say something about
What's up, family? This is your man, not your boy. Go Black to Africa.
Hi.
What's good, my sister? How are you doing today?
Good, thanks. How are you?
I am well. So, my first day here in Zambia.
Welcome to Zambia.
Thank you very much. Please introduce yourself.
My name is Ruth Movanga, Bemba woman. 26 years old.
26 years old.
Yeah.
So, she's been helping me get this rental car, and it's been nothing but a headache.
Yeah, it has. A lot.
But it's okay. It's all good. We got one. We got one, right? So, you're a young lady here. You work for a rental car company.
Yes, I do.
Now, we had an interesting conversation that you were sharing about, those who work for people and those who do entrepreneurship. You said people your age are entrepreneurs.
Most of them are entrepreneurs, especially with the male side.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of them went to school, but I think they make good money off being an entrepreneur.
Being an entrepreneur. And so why is that? I mean, they're finding that you can make more money working for yourself than working for somebody else.
Yeah, that too. But then even just job opportunities, especially when you go to school, and for you to find a job after school is pretty hard.
Pretty hard. So you kind of waste a lot of time and money.
You waste a lot of time. Imagine you go to do a doctor program for 7 years, then when you're done with that, you get your degree, then you get into the community thinking it's going to be easy for you to get a job. Then you don't. You apply for a job in most institutions, but they don't accept you.
Wow.
Then if you do get a contract, maybe it's going to be with an NGO and they're going to give it to you for a year. Then after a year, they just don't renew your contract.
So does most people who work for themselves make more money than the average person who's working for companies?
They probably make my salary in 1 day. They probably make my salary in 1 day.
I was telling people, hold 1 second. Out here trying to hustle, get that money right there. Yeah. So so in other words, you said that a person can make your salary in 1 day,
Probably an hour.
in an hour, being an entrepreneur. So do you work for yourself?
Apart from working for the car hiring company, I do a side hustle.
Yeah.
I have a small boutique. It was up and running. Like there was a shop where you could go to physically, but then it went down. So I'm right now just trading using social media.
Okay.
Yeah. So I sell clothes, I sell bags, I sell shoes. That's what I do when I am not working. Mostly after work on a Saturday and a Sunday, because I don't work on Sunday.
You know, in America, majority of people work for somebody. Very few people do entrepreneurship in America. Versus in Africa, a lot of people have side hustles. A lot of people do their own businesses.
Yeah.
What would you say to people in America? Do you think that coming here to Africa, they could do well if they had the mindset of starting a business?
But then most of us Africans think that there's a lot of money in America. we envy those people that work for people there.
Wow.
Yeah, because we've heard stories where people say, I'm actually making $500 a day. I am working in homes. They take care of old age people. They make that much.
They are lying to you all. They ain't making no $500 no day. I can guarantee if they working for the old folks, I say senior living.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, they're probably making I'm gonna say 15, 20 bucks an hour. So that equates to about 40-hour week. You know, you're talking about 800. That's $3,200 a month. They're making about they're in a day. They're making $160 a day.
Really?
They're not making $500. And that's the thing that I hear so many Africans believing that like everybody in America is rich.
Yeah. I think we've grown up being told that everybody that comes from America or that goes to America or relocates to America makes more money than somebody who is in Africa.
Which is true. They might make more money, but the cost of living in America is very expensive. So do you have your own place you stay in?
I'm renting.
Okay, you're renting. So for example, how much is your rent a month where you live?
My rent a month is 2,000 kwacha.
Okay, and 2,000 kwacha is about
Maybe 100 and what?
It's like $140, 40 US dollars a month.
Somewhere there.
You cannot rent a place in America for $140.
$140.
No.
I heard that is only maybe a hair salon appointment.
Yeah.
100 and that much.
Yes.
So my rent can take care of hair in America. Just your regular
A
appointment.
woman pays that much money to have her hair done for what you pay for a month in rent. Now you have 1-bedroom apartment.
Yes.
Yes. Is it pretty nice? Is it okay?
It's okay.
It's okay. Or is it like
It's not what I want anyway. But
Yeah.
I just have to.
You got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah.
You got to start somewhere. So
That's our Orlando driver.
that's our driver. Okay, you
Yeah.
can answer that. So family, you see the whole they lie to Africans about the pay, and yet America lies about Africa about living and that you can't make it and they struggle. And what I'm finding is that we here in Africa, you're going to find that you come here and do a business, which I'm going to interview a brother that I just met here. He said, we hire those who went to college and pay them. So, is he on his way?
He says we cross over to the other side, we get on the bus, we find him that time.
Okay. We're about to end. We got one more minute.
Okay.
So, yeah, this whole lie thing is that y'all trying to get to America to make the money. People in America are afraid to come to Africa to start businesses because they don't think y'all make money or you can make money doing entrepreneurship. So it's just like this whole trade-off thing.
Yeah.
So many people who go to America, who's from Africa, they find out, they make more money, but they live very poor. They do.
They do?
Oh, I'm telling you. They live.
Okay.
See, most Africans ain't going to tell you that they live about 5 people into a house, apartment.
Okay.
But they come back here, and because they bought some clothes and they have a little money in their pocket, they try to show off, acting
But
like,
tell us they're making a lot of money. I'm staying in a mansion.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
driving the Lexus for rent.
They lying.
You know those things.
they lying. I'm telling you, they live very poor up there. I tell you, majority of the people in America are poor anyway. It's only the 1% that are rich.
It's like you're trying to tell me now that I'm older that Americans are poor. And yet I've grown up knowing that they're rich people. Most of them that come from there are rich.
American standard, okay?
Yeah.
Even if you're middle class, I think that's about maybe 40% of the people in America might be middle class.
Really?
Everybody else is poor. And there's only 1% that's rich. So you figure 50-something% of the people are poor. Now, if you want to talk about black people in America, oh, that number is way lower than comes to middle class. Because now you're talking about, and I don't know the exact number, but there are more poor black people there are than middle class. All right. Well, anyway, so what do you say to the people in America? Should they come visit Zambia?
I don't know. Maybe they should.
Yeah,
They should.
of course they should.
You should visit Zambia. Zambia is a beautiful country.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of exhibition, tourism, mines, and all those things. It's a really peaceful country, I would say.
Peaceful country.
He knows. He can tell you that.
So tell you what, just by watching the video, I could unravel a lot of things that I jotted down and I want to share with my people. I want to share with my fellow Africans. I also want to share with people in the United States who also have the dream of coming back to Africa. Now, hear me out. While living in the United States might seem so fancy because of the technological advancements which are there, in other terms, there are also shortcomings which are also there. See, there are higher employment rates as compared to Africa. But you know what? There are things which takes workers down. Taxes, hidden fees, court fees, interests, ad scams, favoritism. Because remember, most of people in the United States, and I think you've watched that video and they go black to Africa, I said it very well. Most of people, especially blacks in the United States, are not entrepreneurs, which means that they are employed by people. So these things affect them because they live check to check and paycheck. They have to pay for the bills, and 80% of everything that they work for, they use to pay their bills. So at the end of the month, they end up thinking about working again to come up with the money. So what message is this as an African person, or as an African American in the United States, or as a black American in the United States? This is something which I've been saying. Let me just continue with the cons of working in the United States first, and then I'll lay my verdict, at least try to bring about something to do with the solution. What can we do about this? And it's an open discussion. You can tell me what you think in the comment section. I highly appreciate. I also, while watching the video, I also learned about something. Living in America is full of stress. And I'll say it because day by day you live by paying the bills, and you don't have that time, to, feel the moment, feel the life, because you have to work. Bills are always at the back of you. Something about Africans, African immigrants in the United States. African immigrants in the United States have this tendency. They lie to Africans back at home that they're being paid very well, and they don't tell the truth about the jobs that they work. And with this, they lie to Africans, and they spread these fallacies. And I know some people will take me wrong for this, but I believe that it is some African immigrants who are also leading to these fallacies, that we Africans, if you go to the United States, you having a chances of getting wealthier. Yes, you have a chance of getting wealthier only if you invest back in Africa. That's the only way. And only if the money you have, it can suffice you sending money back to Africa and also sustaining your bills in the United States. Think about that. So my message is, don't lie to Africans, because you're selling the wrong fallacy to Africans. And what are they going to do with that? So I think that it is important to tell the truth. Tell them the truth about the living standards in the United States, that it's so high. Tell them the truth. Let them know the truth, so that our young youths don't have this fallacy of finishing school, getting that visa, and going to the United States. Well, if you have a well-paying job, or if you have finished a degree, it all matters, even with the type of degree that you're going to do, because not all degrees pay well in the United States. Think about it. There's something which I also noticed. It's true. United States, it's so vast. I can't just say United States. United States is not a country. from the word United States, so it's not a country. So it's vast. Some places have higher salaries, but also higher cost of living. So while some places have higher salaries, the payment of it that will pay, there is higher cost of living. And I think that is something which is also general back in Africa, because when you live in places where you're paid very high, it means that you have to, the rent it's so high, the food in that area is so high. Same as to the United States. Places like New York and California, you like it's there is high standard of living in Texas and California, but again, what does it come with? It comes with the fees are so high. Again, you need to look up to that. People get paying less in places like Texas, which also means that there is low cost of living in places like Texas. So when you're going to the United States, also places matter where you go to. I think that's also important. I wanted to address something which is beautiful with working in Africa. You see, working in Africa is so beautiful in this way. It is in Africa where the CEO, it's easy for you to become the CEO of your company, especially when you want to venture in entrepreneurial life. Funnily enough, it's easier to see your neighbor as a CEO or as your workmate. Your cousin could be your workmate in Africa. It's so easy, it happens, and you could be a neighbor to a government minister. What does it mean? It means that in Africa we have that higher potential for creating wealth. Let me say this, let me break down something. Don't get me wrong. In the United States, there is a lot of money. A lot of money. Yes, true. But you get that money, you have to put it somewhere. It's called people living in debt. You get the money, what you think of is paying school fees, paying taxes, paying court fees, paying interest. You pay. So the money that you get is debt money. They are a lot of money, but they are not your money. They are debt money. As compared to Africa, where when you get money, it's yours, because you realize that even African Americans who are coming to Africa, they've built their permanent houses, depending on the country that they have chosen. You see, so when you have your permanent house, it means that the money that you're making, or if you have a running business in the United States, it's easier for you to invest somewhere in other things. What does it mean? It means that there is high incurred profits. So guys, Africans, please, before getting that visa, consider well the type of job that you're going to do. I know that there are a lot of money, but consider the cost of living in those places. Number 2, African Americans, Black Americans. If you have a chance coming to Africa, please come to Africa. Let the business run in the United States. Let it be an asset. Find trusted buddies. Let them work while you are in Africa. It's easier for you to become a billionaire, a trillionaire in Africa as compared to the United States. I lay my verdict. This is Eugene from Kenya. Peace, love, and harmony. Thank you, family, for always watching my videos. I love you. Salute.